Heavy Metal Magazine is back. It's been a weird long road for the company, and this is a magazine that did a lot of European stuff. It's not my favorite because they do publish some of the more degenerate stuff in there, but it did also have a bunch of amazing contributors like Frank Frazetta, and of course a bunch of the band's Destinays guys who have some good stories as well. So it's got pluses and minuses, and always has. Now, they got taken over by the woke, and they were trying to push a woke version of this a while back. I think it was like 2021, 2022. The magazine just died on the vine because of that, like a lot of woke magazines do, and it went away. Now there's a new group who is in charge, and they're relaunching the magazine. They just did so on Kickstarter after last month when we reported on this, when they just kind of teased it on X. And I've gone into their Discord. I've watched them on X. It looks like they're attempting to actually do honor to the legacy of heavy metal. And I told them this too. I said, if you actually do honor the legacy, you're going to continue to be a success. If you delve into the woke and you start trying to push these agendas like a lot of these others do and try to make the magazine into a skin suit of what it was, it's going to fail very, very rapidly. For now, there is a lot of excitement about it. They did launch their Kickstarter. It's going absolutely bonkers, and we'll cover that in just a moment. My name's John Delarose, everybody, and what I've got on my screen right now is my Fandom Pulse Substack, and it is an article within my deal. We cover everything. We got books, video games, movies, TVs, comics, tabletops, games, and more, and I'd love for you to sign up, guys. Just grab it here. I cover all the comics news of the day. You can see all of my articles that I write all the time. I've not gotten to the Kickstarter yet. I will be writing an article on this probably in the next day or so as I cover everything that's going on in pop culture. I also have John Trent, who used to be the editor-in-chief of Bounding Into Comics, writing for us full-time. Now, he is one of the hardest-hitting people in gaming journalism, and he's being covered by amazing people. The YouTubers like The Quartering, like Yellow Flash, like Ethan Van Sciver, Eric July, everybody reads his articles, even regardless of the little factions and all that, because he's such a great journalist, and I'm glad to have him full-time. So sign up for this in the description below. Grab a paid subscription. It's only $5 a month, and it supports us doing this full-time. It's like a cup of coffee, guys, or one comic book, one Marvel DC comic book on the stands, and thank you for supporting our journalism. It's in the description below. Cool. All right, so this is what I wrote back in the day. As I said, Heavy Metal Magazine. We didn't know a lot about it. They originally launched saying that there's a blurred image for the new cover and that they'll be deleting the post. Then a few days later, they said they're coming back with a brand new issue 1 featuring Greg Hildenbrandt, who is one of the old school artists there, as the cover artist. They are hiring the people that used to be on the magazine, a big thing. Then they had their Discord link and said, join the Discord. This went pretty viral. And like I said, I went in there and I have a generally positive reaction to what I'm seeing. It looks like they are actually trying to stay on the level. And immediately people were talking about this. Can heavy metal even exist in these PC times? Will it have the best creators doing their best work? Will it rock and roll be badass like it was, or another bland safe space? If it's going back to its roots, I want in. Now, this is one of their editors. It will be back to its roots. We need fans like you to help spread the word. We need to bring back old fans and get new, younger fans who like the hard-hitting science fiction, fantasy, and horror. Pretty good sign, because that person who asked this pretty much was like, are you going to go woke? And this guy didn't go out there because, like, you know how Marvel and DC react, those guys, right? If somebody even asked a question like this, they'd lecture them. They'd go, you are the problem. I don't like you chuds and modern audiences. And then they'd block the person, right? Frank Forte didn't do this. He actually just responded politely and said he's going for keeping it real. I like that as a response. That's a big deal. You don't see that a lot in the comic book industry. And I think people reacted because of that, because of the enthusiasm of heavy metal, because they looked like they were actually doing honor to things. They launched a Kickstarter this week, and it's going bonkers. You can see there's almost 4,000 backers already. That's huge. $325,000 for this magazine. And that is a testament to, of course, what Heavy Metal Magazine was. People don't think this has been destroyed as a brand yet. They think this is actually going to work, make heavy metal heavy again. Wow, that is almost a Trump reference right there on their Kickstarter. Pretty good start if they want to actually do things. And as they say, since 1977, heavy metal has represented the gold standard for groundbreaking sci-fi, fantasy, and horror comics. We're relaunching the brand with monumental first issue, inviting you to be a part of this. They talk about the history of things and who was in it. So you used to have Stephen King before he went crazy, Mobius, Frank Frazetta, Frank Miller, Jack Kirby, Harlan Ellison. That's why people, Jodorowsky, of course, these are people who are amazing. And so that's why this was such a success back in the day, and that's why it got so big. And of course, bringing back Greg Hildebrand to do the cover, this does evoke that sort of sense, and it feels really good to start. And they have a variant cover, an old Frank Frazetta drawing, of course, because he's no longer alive anymore. And they're doing a bunch of different things to get people involved in this. So these are the current contributors. I see some names in here I recognize, some I don't. But what you do notice is like a lot of those mainstream people in the comic industry right now who cause the problems. There's no Tom King. There's no Mags Visaggio, no Heather Antos. They are avoiding that, and that's a big, big deal right away, which I do appreciate. So this could be a good thing. I don't know yet. I don't know if it's really worth backing, to be honest, because this is a new start. So to get this first cover, it is $15, and let's go down and see what their big rewards are. They've got a whole collection, metal edition hardcover pins, $950 here. It looks like that is something that got a lot of backers to it, which is a tribute to their success. Retailer exclusives, sketch covers, all sorts of things here. But this is mostly just selling this first issue, and that's doing pretty well. What I'd love to see is like a hardcover collection of the old stuff, guys. That would that'd do very, very well as well. But a good start so far. And it looks like people are enthusiastic about it. So we'll see how it goes as it goes along. Leave a comment down below. Are you backing this, guys? And what do you think? Do you have faith in the new people that they'll be able to cover this? Or do you think that heavy metal is something that should have been better left to the past? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like and subscribe button and join us. Thank you for being there. And please sign up for our Fandom Pulse Substack, where we're covering all the hardest hitting news. And I appreciate all the paid subscribers. We are crushing it, guys. We're already becoming bigger than a lot of the other news outlets out there. With John Trent just starting, he's less than 1 month in, and we are just on our way to the moon here. So grab this, grab a subscription today. It's in the description below. We'll be back soon.